Hey folks, happy TGIF-1, as my colleagues would call it. But here I have some cards for you. So I am going to get right to it. I'm starting off with the Enchanted Map deck, and I haven't shown the box for that for a while. So let me just show this to you. You can see it good. This is one of my absolute favorite decks, so I pull from it every time. So this is where we're going to be starting off, okay? So the first card that we have is Compass. And I hope that's not too bright for you all, okay? So this Compass card is about aligning with our true north and following that true north, and that will always lead us where we need to be. However, you got to know what your true north is. And in order to know what your true north is, you have to strip away all of the things that define you but are outside of yourself. So what you do for a living, how much money you have, what you tangibly and materialistically have to offer, your achievements, accomplishments, your accolades. Who are you outside of all of that? And it's really amazing how this card came up as the first card for tonight, because I was talking to some amazing people through a Zoom meeting, and that came up, the fact that we are here, a lot of us are inside of our homes with ourselves or with just people who are closest to us, and we really have to recognize, wow, this is really me. So while you were getting to who you really are, that is a way to really find and align with your true north, okay? So that's what you've probably been doing lately. And the next card I have for you is Golden Palace in reverse. And Golden Palace is all about, in reverse, it's all about redefining what our concept of security truly is. And that's where we are right now. What does security really mean for us? What do we really need to survive? Is it all of the things we had before we ended up in this situation? Or are we learning that there are things that we really don't need, that we thought we needed? And just re-identifying what it is that we truly need and require to function in this world. And we might find out, or been in the process of finding out, that a lot of those things are intangible. Our networks, our friends, our families, our hobbies, things that we hold near and dear to ourselves, how much of that can honestly sustain us more so than some of the external things that we've been cut off from. Now I have another magical map shifter in reverse. And the magical map shifter in reverse is really asking for you to let go of something you are holding very tightly to, because you might end up getting the very opposite of what you're looking for. So if you're pushing and pushing and pushing toward a particular outcome, or you're harping on it, or you're concerned with it, that sends out an energy of worry into the universe. And if you send out that worry energy, that energy of scarcity, you're going to get that back. This is about manifesting abundance, having abundant mind, thinking, ideas, and incorporating into your life as much as possible. And I was also just talking about that with a group of people. So it's really nice to see that this is the energy that is circulating, floating around, and also something that we can share with each other to encourage each other to have that same kind of mindset. The more that we walk around with this idea of lack or incapability, we'll get more of that in return. So try to really embody and see the thing that you want, versus being upset that you don't have it. Just act like you have it. Act like you have it. Versus griping about how you don't have it. Okay? That's an abundance mindset. Now I have something for you from the Keepers of the Light deck. I'll show you this one, Kyle Gray. Another one of my favorites, Keepers of the Light. And we have Mother Earth. Gaia. So this card has a lot of maternal energy around it. So maybe there's something you might need from your mother, something you might be feeling around, surrounding your mother. Maybe you lost your mother, Mother's Day is around the corner, maybe you're a mom. So this carries motherly energy, and it's something that you might need to address as a mother with your mother, mother healing, you know, that sort of thing. Also, this is about grounded and being connected to the earth. You know, getting out there the way we can, which is limited, you know. So if you have access to green space, go for it. If you happen to live by like a private water body that is, you know, you're not blocked off from, go for it. If you don't have it, but you have crystals or stones, sea salt, take a sea salt bath, you know, bring in very grounding things. Maybe you have plants at home, work with your plants. Another thing you can do is burning, whether it's going to be your cedar or your Palo Santo, just to bring that kind of grounding energy into your home. Maybe you're eating grounding foods, potatoes and beans, things that come from the earth, plants, you know, plant-based things. Meditation can bring you to a grounding place. So this is all about grounding, connecting with the earth, but also connecting with the mothers around you, whether it's through your ancestry or the mothers in your life. Okay. My next card is from my chakra deck. This is Impasse. And as you can see, this is also an orange card, and I'm going to get into that, the importance of that. So right now, you just blocked. Might be some avenue that you do not have access to. Caught in an impasse. You cannot proceed. So instead of being upset that you can't proceed, find another pathway. Find another avenue. Innovation. You know, things may not have worked out the way you were expecting them to, but you can take that as an opportunity to try something new. Something you've never done before. Something you've been considering but you've been putting on the back burner. A new avenue of exploration is opened up for you right now. And as I was mentioning, this is an orange card. This is the chakra deck. I'm going to show you. Wisdom Oracle chakra deck. Orange is the color of our second chakra, the sacral chakra, which governs our creativity and sexuality. So now is the time to put your energy into something creative, into something that serves you, into something that's going to help you grow and blossom and really step into the power of who you truly are. Okay? So that is the embodiment of the sacral chakra. So you can always support your sacral chakra by doing visualizations. You can find them on YouTube, you know, chakra meditations and visualizations. Wearing the color orange is also something else you can do. There's certain essential oils you can burn, you know, citrusy ones like orange, and get creative. Write in your journal, you know, build something, draw, art, dance, get your body moving, you know, honor yourself. You're the center of yourself. Your ability to birth and create is all about the sacral chakra. So focus on that now. And the last card I have for you is from the Journey of Love deck. Let me show you that. Another amazing one. So, and the card I got is Coming Together. So this has some meanings, but this is the love deck. So of course this is about love. Love is about to move you in a very deep way. And it could be because of what we're all going through as a collective. It could be because of the tribe that you're building in this time, the people that you meet, the compassion that we see from human to human in a time like this. You know, our capacity to give, even if we're going through hard times. This is about feeling into that and being shaped and moved by it. You know, it's a really opportune time to really support your fellow person, whether you know them personally or not. Doing something kind for someone you don't know, because there are people in worse situations than we're in. You know, there are people who need an encouraging word, but this card also means that, hey, you could be meeting someone that you're growing to love, you know, a romantic relationship or a good sexual relationship. You know, this came up, sacral chakra, sexuality as well. So you might be falling for someone during the era of COVID, and it might be really deep and nice. So embrace it. However, check out my last video about Venus retrograde, which is coming up on May 13th, but has been in the shadow period, pre-shadow, since April 9th. So someone you met on or around April 9th, just take it easy. Don't jump into anything crazy, even though we really don't have the opportunity to, so we're kind of lucking out a little bit. But if there was someone that you were knowing or talking to or considering prior to all of this with the Venus retrograde, take some time to see where it goes. You know, you don't have to rush into that either. Venus retrograde begins, like I was mentioning, May 13th. It turns direct June 25th and will continue in a shadow period until July 29th. So there's some time for you to really get to know, get your bearings together in terms of your romantic life. If you are a Libra or a Taurus, you might be, or have those placements prominently in your chart, you might feel it a little bit more. Me, as a Libra sun, I like to check in with people. Ask them, hey, am I feeling extra sensitive right now, or a little bit irrational with my feelings? Because Venus retrograde is a time for me where I feel extremely sensitive about anything romantic related. Like a light switch. Like I'm all in, and then something that's absolutely nothing probably happens, and I'm like, oh my gosh, am I on the wrong track? You know, it makes me a little bit over the top, but I'm aware of it. Awareness is the key. Okay? So that's the reading that I have for you. Check out my last one if you want to hear a little bit more about Venus retrograde, or like, you know, some of the other energies or things you may have been feeling or going through. Okay? And the last card that I have for you is going to come from The Universe Has Got Your Back. I'll give you that one too. All right? So I'm going to pull this one, see what we get. So I have the deck right here. So while I'm going through this, I just hope that everyone's feeling okay, feeling healthy, and some things you can do to remain healthy is stay hydrated, avoid a lot of inflammatory foods. You know, I've been incorporating things into my diet, turmeric, garlic. They have supplements, things like that. Get your energy on, get a little bit of exercise if you can. And you know what? If you're not feeling it one day, be patient and kind with yourself. Take the break. Take the break. You don't have to feel like you have to just continuously produce. If you need the break, take the break. Okay? So, in the universe has got our back, and it's saying today that, let's see what we got. My vibes speak louder than my words. My vibes speak louder than my words. Get to your true north. Know who you are, because if you're going against your true self, the words you say doesn't mean anything in comparison to your energy, your vibes. All right? So let me show you that one more time. Hopefully you can see it. My vibes speak louder than my words. Okay? Thanks for tuning in. Namaste.